These two men were arrested red-handed while burning charcoal in Kaweri Central Forest Reserve in Kiyuni Sub-County, Mubende District. These have taken advantage of this Christmas season to do their dirty job, but their fateful day, a lucky one for the NFA, came after environmental journalists took trouble to visit the Central Forest to understand the situation. Kaweri Central Forest Reserve, an area of over 120 hectares, had 60% of it completely destroyed to the ground by encroachers, leaving a few scanty trees standing. A lot of food crop cultivation had legally taken place here for years, with claims that they do not know the boundaries of the Central Forest Reserve, despite living in this place for a long time, until the NFA rose up to evict them. Unfortunately, these seem not to have given up the illegal act, as there is a continuous cutting of trees and burning of charcoal freely inside the forest. I saw people burning charcoal, and I also decided to come in to cut some for survival. I was a charcoal businessman, but when I lost money, I resorted to farming. But we were stopped, and I decided to start burning charcoal. And this has been my last lot because I want to start growing coffee. Surprisingly, these are not the indigenous people of this area. Some of them originate from Rwanda, as this man reveals, but one wonders how they find their way from Rwanda into Uganda's Central Forest Reserves to cut down the trees. Unfortunately, these illegal activities are carried out easily given the thin presence of the NFA supervision on the ground due to lack of transport means and the unbeatable strong network of the encroachers. The forest supervisor Kaweri Central Forest Reserve in Mubende, Jori Kanyesige, says this had even requested for tree seedlings to replant, but instead cleared land for food crop growing. She says this is not the first time they have arrested such illegal dealers, but they seem not to stop the act.
We evicted people who were digging in the Kaweri Central Forest Reserve, but people now have resorted to charcoal burning, and we are doing our best to get them, but it is really very, very hard.
Kanyesige says the two arrested will have to face the law and explain why they have kept a deaf ear to continue encroaching and destroying the forest.
We are taking them to police, we enter the case, and we shall produce them in the courts of law, basing on National Forestry and Tree Planting Act of 2003, Section 32, which says a person caught illegally in the forest, cutting, doing anything in the forest, is supposed to be prosecuted, and 3 years sentence is the least.
At the scene, one can easily tell a fresh cutting of trees for timber and charcoal burning. These two were then asked to destroy the charcoal burning sites before they were transported to Mubende Central Police Station. In Mubende Central Forest Reserve, this man, Ruhweza Joseph, was found red-handed organizing charcoal burning and could not deny the illegal act, but says he was hired by one Afande Kalisa to burn the charcoal and then share the product.
Afande
Kalisa told me to come here to burn charcoal. When I hesitated, he told me that Mukombozi had already paid for cutting timber and that I should burn the charcoal. This means that Mukombozi has a network that leads him to cross into the Central Forest Reserves to confidently cut and ferry timber. Ruhweza also fidgets to reveal that Afande Kalisa encouraged him to burn the charcoal without fear because Mukombozi had already paid money to the NFA range manager of the forest sector. Kalisa told me that Mukombozi had already paid off the range manager. But the NFA forest supervisor in charge, Materi Beat, Chibuka John, rejects the allegations, saying that illegal loggers are fond of misusing NFA officials' names to convince the local people to cut for them timber. What is disturbing also is that these illegal timber dealers present one name, and most times they are nicknames that make it difficult to trace them. The NFA is now worried that the management of Central Forest Reserves has become a big challenge that is endless, since the illegal activities cannot be stopped easily. So far, 900 hectares have been destroyed in Mubende Central Forest Reserve out of the 5,431 hectares. and the National Forest Authority now plans to plant indigenous trees to boost their regeneration, where they need 100 hectares per season. Stephen Mwiri, WBS News.